Well, this is one interesting. Let's make sure we keep the doors locked. What?
Ah, jeez.
Blow it out your toot. Anyway, I'm driving here.
It's LA, not New York.
This is one interesting part of LA. I got to tell you what. They call it the toy district.
They sure do.
Reason being, they sell toys. Boy, do they sell toys. It's kind of an import-export, a little bit of everything district here.
Wow.
And Acme Camera in the toy district, whatever.
Wait, look at that. No, look at that.
Holy cow. Anyway, this is Los Angeles, the toy district in the very heart of LA. Check it out.
Yes.
Well, we did that show a while back on the port of Los Angeles, San Pedro Harbor.
Yes.
And all the stuff that's made in the Far East, a lot of it arrives in the United States here in Los Angeles. And so it makes a certain amount of sense that there'd be a lot of wholesale business going on here in Los Angeles. And right in downtown Los Angeles is the toy district.
Oh, boy.
You're not going to find this in any of the travel brochures.
No.
But nevertheless, it's an interesting tourist destination if you're into the peculiar and the strange.
Yes.
So what we have here is several city blocks just packed with toy distributors, people who are buying this stuff out of the Far East and then selling it off to stores for repackaging, rebranding, whatever. And it's just, what would you say?
A busy happening place.
A busy happening place. And clearly cleaning up the place isn't high on their agenda. Also, all of the alleys are so narrow that the trucks can't get down them. And anyway, they're all full of vendors. So all of the arrivals and shipments take place right here at the curb, just out of necessity. So everywhere you look, there's inventory coming and going from all of these shops right in the middle of the street. So also we found this pet seller.
Yes, this reminds me of being in Mexico.
The whole place is so much like a public market in Mexico, or for that matter in a lot of different places in the world. But here's this guy in the middle of the whole thing selling birds and lizards and stuff. How cool is that?
I wanted one.
If we hadn't been flying, there's an irony there. But mostly what's being sold here are toys.
Yes.
And generally speaking, kind of low-end toys. Although we saw some radio-controlled cars and stuff, but
affordable.
Affordable,
yes.
Yeah. And a lot of the prices seem really, really good. We walked up to someone and said, "Can we buy this thing here?" And they said, "Oh, sure, that's $1." So we said, "We'll take one." And they said, "No, you'll take one case."
But do we really need a case of this?
That's a big roll of toilet paper.
So if you want to start your own movement, and that would be trees.
But a whole variety of all sorts of different things, but predominantly toys.
Yes.
All kinds of toys. We talked a little bit in a previous show about Western Toy and their Twirl Town toys.
Oh, they were fun.
They were fun, but this is where they would come. They'd come down here and just buy a whole bunch of this stuff. Then they'd multiply the price by 10. So if they were able to pick something up for a penny, which they quite often were, they'd rebrand it and put it in the stores at 10 cents.
Yes.
Of course, adjusted for inflation, that would be buying it for 10 cents and selling it for $1.
Right.
But a lot of that stuff that you see in the grocery stores and stuff, that's exactly what they're doing. And this is exactly where all that stuff comes from.
So this is right up my sidewalk.
It is. There's a whole variety of things here. You name it, they've got it here.
Right. I'm looking at all these little toys and Fiesta banners and even these little hats. My girls had to have those. So a lot of this might be coming up from even Guatemala because I see a lot of what they call ropa típica.
Ooh, whatever that is.
The typical dress for the area.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, there's just such a variety, all different ethnicities, and just fun, goofy toys. course, a lot of this stuff is Asian. I think the majority of the stuff is made in China, but who can say? This footage I got with a hidden camera because they said no photography.
Boy, I wanted to shop in here. Look at all the rings.
Yeah, lots of different jewelry. I guess there's sort of a crossover between this jewelry and toys. At least they cross over here in the district. Now, I mentioned before that the alleys are all plugged up with vendors as well. They haven't used the alleys as alleys for years and years. And when you get back into the internal parts of the blocks, it's just more and more vendors, some of whom are selling food.
Yeah, do you want some horchata?
Oh, I love their horchata. And we found this person selling religious items.
Right, a lot of people have cultural celebrations that they have, and I find the ornamentation, the nativities, very beautiful, and I just love these light displays.
Isn't that neat? I love the little shops that you see around that carry all this sort of stuff, and I always wondered where they got it, and here it is, the toy district. In a lot of ways, it really feels like traveling to another country.
Well, it reminds me of going down to Mexico, which we need to do.
We need to do that. We
Right.
haven't been down there just yet, and I just love to see the place in person.
Oh, you'd love it.
I've been, to Tijuana.
Yes.
I want to see the real Mexico.
Right.
But it does strike me that a lot of the people here in the toy district aren't shopping for their shop. They're not wholesale buyers. They're tourists.
Right.
There may be people looking for some sort of bargain, but a lot of people have just come to see this place because they've heard about what a wild and crazy and just exotic experience it is to go to the toy district in Los Angeles.
I love it.
Dale tiempo al tiempo.
Seeing this much stuff all in one place, it sort of takes away from the sense of toys, the sense of play. It's almost like a sugar rush.
Yes.
It's just a little overwhelming.
What we need is Mia running through the middle of it.
Oh boy, that'd push it over the top. So there's a lot going on in Los Angeles.
There certainly is.
So you might want to take a break from Disneyland next time you're there and visit the toy district. I guarantee you'll have a unique experience. Well, this is one nutty neighbor.
No kidding, my goodness.
But it's not boring.
No, not at all.
Whatever else you could say about it, boring wouldn't be the word that comes to mind.
No.
Don't.
No, please don't walk over the car. Ay, ay, ay.
Ah!
Wow.
If you're looking for the interesting part of Los Angeles, the toy district, you're not going to find it in any of the travel brochures, but
Yeah, no.
it's worth checking out if you're just into this kind of thing.
Oh, it's okay.
Well, if you haven't been over to the channel, do pop over to the channel and what? If you're not a subscriber, do subscribe. And the easy way to subscribe, much easier than getting through here,
Yes.
is to click on the blue button. Are you
Watch
ready
out
for
the
it?
guy over there in the
What? Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, anyway.
The easy way to subscribe is to click on the blue button. Are you ready for it? Zoink! Right there, blue button says
my.
subscribe. Means exactly what it says.
Yes.
Well, we're not sure how you found this very interesting movie on the internet. We hope you didn't find it boring, because it wasn't boring.
No, it's
And
still
we will
not.
see you here in a couple of days with some more screwing around.
See ya.
If we can get out of here.
Just watch out for I think he's
Yeah.
selling tacos.
Wow.